The San Francisco Marathon prides itself on being a bit different from the pack. Just like the city itself, the race is more individual, the course more challenging, the terrain more beautiful. To get you ready, FitStar and the San Francisco Marathon have teamed up to design a freestyle session that will supplement your ongoing training program. With Race Day Ready, we focus on moves that will open up and loosen the body, strengthen, stabilize our muscles, and improve your posture and balance. Happy training!
Reverse shoulder rolls. Standing tall, lift your shoulders towards your ears, pull your shoulder blades together as your hands shift behind your back. Slide your hands down your back like you're putting them in your back pockets. Then relax your shoulders. Think about putting your hands into your back pockets. Over-exaggerate the rolls to work through a full range of motion. This is perfect for combating hours spent at a desk. This is a great way to get your shoulders and upper back warmed up or stretched out after some intense exercise. Feel the stretch as you open up your chest. Looking good out there. It's time to loosen up those legs and hips. Let's do alternating knee raises. Standing with your feet shoulder width, bend your knees slightly and then lift one knee towards your chest, pulling it in tightly with your hands. Pause for a moment and then release your knee and swap legs. Here is an underappreciated stretch. Feel your hamstrings and glutes begin to loosen up. To add a stability challenge, add a standing calf raise at the peak of the movement. Really squeeze that knee into your body. It's easy to lean back with this movement, so imagine a string is pulling your head up to the sky. Tighten your core and glutes to ensure a strong standing position. Killed it! Jumping jacks. Stand with your feet together and arms at your side. Then jump to shift your feet out shoulder width apart while lifting your arms overhead. Jump again and return to the starting position, repeating for reps. Your calves, glutes, abs, shoulders, and upper back are all getting some love with this move. Suck in that stomach. If you want to add some rhythm to your workout, clap your hands overhead. You might think of this as an elementary exercise, but it's great for getting your whole body moving. Stand nice and tall throughout the move. Keep your head up. Stay light on the balls of your feet to take any added pressure off of your knees. All right, catch your breath. Body weight squats. Stand with your knees just wider than your hips, arms out in front of you. Now push your hips back and bend your knees, dropping into a squat. Pause and then squeeze your glutes and drive your feet into the ground, lifting back up to standing. Imagine someone's going to poke your stomach, so keep your abs flexed throughout the move. As you squat down, keep your knees in line with your feet. You can point your toes directly forward or slightly out, whichever is more comfortable for your knees. Squeeze your glutes on the way up. Think about sitting back into a chair to unlock your hips. Pick a spot to focus your gaze to help you keep your head and chest up throughout the motion. Keep it up. Next up, inchworm planks. From a strong push-up position, keep your arms straight and walk your hands out overhead as far as you can. Once you've hit your limit, walk your hands back under your shoulders. You can bend your knees just slightly if your hamstrings are tight. Flex those abs, yes, but don't forget to breathe. Keep your core engaged. Flex those abs. Make small, deliberate movements. This is just for fun. Lift those feet and heart rate with high knees. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart, and your weight in the balls of your feet. One leg at a time, drive your knees up to hip height as you pump your arms. Stay light on the balls of your feet. Keep breathing. Those high knees need oxygen. Can you lift your knees a little higher with each step? Try and keep a steady pace. You don't want to drop into your heels. Think about staying up on your toes. Hey, you kicked butt on that move. A low-impact, total body cardio move, star crawl. On all fours, tuck your toes and step forward with one foot, bringing your knee to your elbow as you walk the opposite hand forward. Now repeat with the other hand and foot before running the motion in reverse. Knee, elbow, hand. Knee, elbow, hand. It's a natural motion, so don't overthink it. Tighten up your core and keep a flat back. It's 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Try and stay low. Keep your shins parallel to the ground. Extend your palms wide with each step. You looked awesome out there. Side lunge, knee raises left. On one foot, take a step out to the side, bending your standing leg as you push your hips back. Now push through the edge of your foot to drive that knee up to hip height and then reset to standing. Repeat for reps. Pour your weight down through the big toe to help maintain your balance. As with all other lunges and squats, keep your knees behind your toes. Both feet should land flat on the ground in this exercise. Contract your abs and obliques as you lift your knee. Push through the inside edge of your foot to bring your body back to the standing position. That looked great. Side lunge, knee raises right. On one foot, take a step out to the side, bending your standing leg as you push your hips back. Now push through the edge of your foot to drive that knee up to hip height and then reset to standing. Repeat for reps. Standing on one leg, take a step out to one side, keeping your feet in line and your toes pointed forward. As you place your foot on the ground, bend your knee and push your hips back and reach your arms forward. Your knees should be in line and stacked above your foot. Your heel pressed into the ground while that other leg stays straight. Push into the ground with the inside edge of your foot, lifting your body back up to the standing position as you lift your knee up to hip height before resetting your feet together. Repeat again to the same side. You looked great out there. Let's strengthen your back and glutes with floor bridges. On your back with your knees bent tightly, flex your abs and press your heels to lift your hips skyward. Pause and then lower yourself back down. Really concentrate on pressing through the heels. Relax your head and your neck. Tighten your abs throughout this motion to keep from overarching your back. You can spread your arms out wide to help with your balance. Don't let your knees flare out. Knees should stay tracking over your first and second toe. Press the backs of your shoulders and upper back firmly into the ground. Can't stop, won't stop. Your core is going to thank you. Here comes mountain climber twists. In a push-up position, tighten your abs to pull one knee towards your opposite elbow, rotating your hips, but keeping your shoulders square. Reset your foot and then repeat on the other side. This is a cardio core crusher. Stay light on your feet. Don't crane your neck. Keep it neutral and in line with your back. It's tempting, but don't swing your knees. Your abs, obliques, and lower back are all in play here. Catch a break and we'll be right back. Stick and move with shadow boxing. In a staggered stance with your hands in front of your face, snap a punch forward with your lead hand. As you pull your hand back, shift your hips to follow with a punch from your back hand. Repeat till the round is over. Pivot on your toes. Lull your opponent to sleep with a steady punching rhythm. You can increase the tempo as you master the form. Don't just flail your fists. Pick an imaginary target to help focus your punches. Stay light on your feet here to give your hips plenty of room to move. Use your hips to help put some power behind your punch. You are a beast. Spider-Man push-ups. As you lower down into a push-up, contract your obliques and lift your knee towards the elbow on that same side. Reset your foot as you push back up and then repeat on the other side. Resist the temptation to swing your knees towards your elbows. Can you pause for a moment at the bottom? Give your abs and obliques a squeeze as your knee moves towards that elbow. Feel like you're getting stronger? You should be. Here's a great yoga move, Warrior 3 kickouts. Standing with your feet together, shift your weight onto one foot and lift the other leg straight back behind you as you lower your chest parallel to the ground and arms reach forward. Pause, and then lift back to standing and repeat on the other side. Be sure to pause before standing up and make sure that your body is in balance. Press through the big toe of your planted foot for more stability. Hinge forward at the hips. It's easy for your hips to rotate open in this exercise, so concentrate on keeping them still and square as you hinge forward. It's called a kick out, but lift that leg up and back with control. You can keep your hands close to the body if that helps with your balance. Try to make your body as long as possible. Reach your arms in front of you as you reach your lifted foot back. Don't get frustrated if you can't find your balance. This takes time and practice. Point your planted toes forward. You can keep a slight bend in your standing leg to ease your hamstrings. So many muscle groups, so little time. This is just for fun. It's time to jump into the pool with your Superman swimmers. On your stomach with your arms and legs outstretched, engage your core and squeeze your shoulder blades to lift your arms, chest, and legs, and then pull your elbows in towards your ribs. Pause before extending back out. Relax your neck and unclench your jaw. Really lift those thighs off the floor to up the challenge, but know your limits. Point your fingers and toes in opposite directions. You pushed it on that one. Build strong legs with side lunges. With your feet together, take a large step to the side with one foot, ending in a wide stance with your knee bent 90 degrees, hips sitting back. Push your foot into the ground to shift back to standing, and then repeat on the other leg. Both feet should land flat on the ground with this exercise. There's a rhythm to this move, but don't let pace impact your form. To check if your stride is the right length, your foot, knee, and hip should all be in line on the outside leg. You're taking a step to the side, but your toes are always pointed forward. Stay light on your feet. Are your shoulders square? Push through the inside edge of your foot to bring your body back to standing. That was great! High knees. Resist the urge to bend forward. Keep your chest up. Stay light on the balls of your feet. You don't want to drop into your heels. Think about staying up on your toes. Try and keep a steady pace. Keep breathing. Those high knees need oxygen. You looked great out there. Skipping scissor kicks. With your feet together, weight on your toes, hop into the air and bring one foot forward and the other back behind you. Once you land, hop again and swap feet. Stay up on those toes. Your legs will be relatively straight, but you don't want to lock out your knees. Keep yourself in a steady rhythm. You should feel this in your calves, quads, and glutes. Pumping your arms can help you move your feet. Bring that heart rate back down. Let's pedal our way to a strong core with bicycle kicks. Lie on your back, hands behind your head, knees bent with your feet in the air. Flex your abs to lift one knee and the opposite shoulder towards each other, pausing at the top before lowering back down and repeating on the other side. Exhale as you lift your shoulder towards your knee. Resist the urge to round your back. Keep your elbows out wide. You should be lifting your knee towards your shoulder as much as you're lifting your shoulder to that knee. Your rib cage should be moving, not just your elbows, to get that full rotation. You are getting strong. Time to lift those legs. Back plank kicks. Get into that back plank position, palms and heels pressing into the floor to lift your hips. Keeping your body straight and hips in line, lift one leg at a time, alternating for reps. Stay balanced and steady. You should be able to pause at any point during this move. Your hips are going to want to rotate when you lift your leg. Tighten your glutes to help keep you stable. You can rotate your hands to neutral or even rest your fists to take some stress off of your wrists. Focus on pushing hard through your planted leg as you kick to keep your body in position. That looked great. One leg wall squat hold left. Stand with your back against a wall and your feet flat on the floor. Bend your knees to slide down the wall so that your thighs are parallel to the floor, knees stacked above your ankles. Straighten one leg to balance on the other foot. Remember, your knee should never go in front of your toe. Try and keep your knees stacked directly over your ankle as opposed to falling inward or outward. You are getting strong. One leg wall squat hold right. Stand with your back against a wall and your feet flat on the floor. Bend your knees to slide down the wall so that your thighs are parallel to the floor, knees stacked above your ankles. Straighten one leg to balance on the other foot. Shaking thighs means your muscles are working. Try and keep your knees stacked directly over your ankle as opposed to falling inward or outward. I want you to shake out those muscles. Brace your core of steel because here come Superman planks. In a push-up position with your hands and feet slightly wider than normal, lift one hand and the opposite foot off the ground, extending outward. Pause and then reset your hands and feet and repeat on the other side. Really focus on engaging your core to keep your body from rotating. Find a spot to set your gaze to help with your balance. Tighten your glutes. Pause at the top as you reach your hand and foot in opposite directions. You looked awesome out there. Fast feet in a squat. With your feet shoulder-width apart, knees bent slightly, sprint in place while in this athletic stance, but only lift your feet a couple of inches from the ground. Let your arms swing naturally as your feet move quickly. Keep those heels off the ground and your feet moving. Can you drop those hips down another inch or two? Trying to match your arm speed to your legs is only going to slow you down. Catch a break and we'll be right back. Lunging calf stretches. Standing with your feet together, take a long step forward, letting your back heel come off the ground. Bend your front knee as you straighten your back leg and push your heel into the ground, stretching your calf. Sometimes lower back pain is related to hamstring tension. Get loose to find some relief. A great move for a warm-up or a cool-down. Keep tension throughout the stretch to avoid bouncing. It's called a calf stretch, but this one will also target your hips and your hamstrings, so it's perfect for countering days spent behind a desk. Quick break and we're going to get back at it.